Good. Nice to meet you virtually before meeting you in person in Chicago. I'm curious about this trade from your end, how it came to be. I know you're here with Unrivaled, but I just have to ask about the sky. From your end, what was the process hearing about this trade?
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming it was more of like a long process for DC as a whole, but I think it was something that they brought to the table. And I think it was a mutual situation. We just thought it was best for both parties.
What about joining the sky sounded like a good opportunity on your front?
Yeah, well, one, they brought Sloop back, phenomenal PG. They got young talent. I mean, we got good people in the locker room that are willing and ready to build a culture. And their organization is ready to win, and to compete at a high level. And that really excites me. And I love their staff. I've worked with T before. I know some things about Tyler. So I'm excited about working with their staff and the direction that the organization is going. I think it's in a great direction.
And then one more big picture question for me. This is about Diana Taurasi's retirement, actually. Her retirement was the last in a long line of players who served a really strong purpose in this league beyond just their exceptional play. Like these were the players who carried the torch after, Lisa Leslie and everyone established the WNBA. So now after, Diana, Candace, Sylvia, their retirement, Maya, Sue, what's the job of the stars presently? Like, what do you think the role of the stars like yourself, Asia, Alyssa Thomas, Kalia Copper, what's your guys' role now in terms of leading the WNBA into the next iteration?
I mean, first and foremost, obviously, it's to leave it better than you found it. That's just across the board. As a W player, a part of the sisterhood, the goal is to grow it and make it better for the next generation. Obviously, we have CBA talks happening right now and coming up, and those are the things that you think about. And as far as the entertainment, I mean, we all know the product is there. We all know we can perform. We all know we can play. But just a matter of creating those eyes and doing things that make people not only excited about our game, but excited about the people that are a part of our game, I think is huge as well.
Thanks, Ariel.
Of course.
Chris?
Hey, how you doing? This is Chris from the Chris Gunther Show. Thank you so much for taking this brief time out. March is really right around the corner, and like I had said earlier, that that is that's National like Women's Month for History and things of that nature. Who have been some of the women in your life that have played a tremendous factor for you on and off the court?
Yeah, obviously off the court, my mom, my sister, my grandmothers. I'll be remiss if I didn't say their names, specifically, but I feel like on the court definitely started at my high school, and my mom was my first coach. I've had a lot of female coaches during my time. Coach G started coaching me when I was about 5. I had Coach Self at Duncanville High School, also with Coach V, Coach Eda, Coach Denning. I mean, and then you want to go to college. I had Coach Tina, Coach Ashton, Coach Jaylee, Coach Jamie. Um, there's just been a number of people that really have poured into me. I'd rather write out a list and send it to you than try to name them all right now. But each and every one of them, I think the biggest thing that they all did for me was believe in me, and instill confidence in me, and made me understand and know that my foundation is in my faith, and moving from there, I can do anything.
And as a woman of color, how important is it that you continue to make sure that these young girls coming up see somebody that looks like them that's doing what you do?
I think it's huge. It's the biggest reason why, one of the reasons I started my foundation, but also why I enjoy just going out into the city and being around the kids at random events. Just being able to give them the opportunity to see that the jersey isn't a cape, like it's something that I get to put on, but it's also something you could put on too. So why when I go back home, I love working out with younger kids too, just to show them the only difference between me and them is time and the work that was put in. Like nothing that you see in front of you is out of reach. You can do anything you want in this world. It's just a matter of working time, to be honest.
Thank you.
Of course.
Back to Annie.
Yeah, I just had one more question about you linking up with Angel at Unrivaled. What has been an enjoyable part about that so far, and what do you see as being possible in terms of Again, I know we don't know exactly what we're going to see out of the sky in terms of what Skylar or what Tyler plans to run, but what do you see as being possible for you guys in terms of teaming up with the Sky?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just give Angel her flowers for a little bit. Just been watching her in Unrivaled. Some of the things that I've been hearing about her is just her excitement to get better for the game and her work ethic and her willingness to do it. And then just seeing her in the games, I've only been on the team I think for 2 days now, so I'm kind of still figuring it out. But one, her energy and her ability to catch balls, just her hands. She's got really good hands. And for me, that's exciting because I love pick and roll action,
Yeah.
just like anybody else. But I do like hitting my post players. I do try to balance it out. So just kind of off the top of my head, that's something that I'm excited about. Obviously, I'm still on the Rose team right now, so being able to kind of just build that chemistry, and not try to force anything. I think a lot of the times when you get into new situations, it's almost you feel like you have to just insert yourself and just go all in. And I think that's just really not my style. More of laid back, try to get to know people just for who
Mhm.
and not try to force the situation. So that's pretty much what's happening. Just enjoying it, getting to know her, and love being around her energy.
Thanks so much.
Yep.